My name is Linda Ontiveros. I am a senior at Marion High School, and I'm part of the Moxie program. And Moxie immerses students in entrepreneurial experiences and connects them to local leaders. Well, I've been involved since I was younger because my parents used to come here when I was younger because they're immigrants and they needed help. But I started to reconnect and get more involved through RISE because I got an opportunity to be part of this project, the commercial kitchen project with Casa, Amistad, and so that's how I began to be involved with it. The project is mainly focused on helping local food entrepreneurs or aspiring food entrepreneurs to start their business and or sometimes get financial help also. So I think that's what their main mission is to do right now, is to provide a space for them to create and to feel comfortable in a space so they can sell their product. So one of the problems, as I mentioned before, was that many people that go through La Casa de Amistad want to sell food, but they can't because it's not legal. You can't sell food from your home unless it's licensed. And so I definitely think having this commercial kitchen will benefit the people in the community who sell food because that's their source of income, and for them to fully make it grow and fully established, the commercial kitchen will be beneficial to them and for many other people like them who need the commercial kitchen to be better financially stable.
I'm Robin Misun Klinkerman. I was born in Seoul, South Korea, but adopted and raised in South Bend since I was 6 months old. And I got into this business, it was getting into food, I guess, after going to school at IU Bloomington and trying to prolong my adolescence as long as possible and not get a real job and go travel around the United States on different organic farms called woofing. I wanted to get more connected to where our food sources come from and find alternative ways of living.
Jairo Mauro Aleman, and I'm first generation Mexican here from my dad's side. He migrated into the U.S. I think somewhere around the mid 70s, and met my mother in Brownsville, Texas, where they worked together in a restaurant. And my mom tells me, when she would tell me the story of them meeting, it's love at first sight kind of thing. And it was kind of interesting for me to hear that from her, because it was kind of putting family together, right? And that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, so we currently don't have a walk-in here. There's no walk-in space. We just have the commercial fridge that I brought in here for our business to keep our things separate from their space and fit as much as I can in totes underneath tables or my things on top of tables in the co-op space until they have the market night, and then I have to kind of just shove it somewhere else until I can put it back.
And storing a lot of the stuff, the catering things and pans and at home, so it's
yeah,
kind of a bummer going
large equipment,
bringing it here and loading it up, putting it back.
Since it's a shared space, we can't just leave our things out. Unfortunately, some things have been taken from here when people get donations for a nice Vitamix that was donated to the co-op before, it got stolen. So we cannot leave anything expensive here. And just carting things back and forth. It's a lot to do. And like I said, they do serve the homeless on the weekends, so a lot of our events are on the weekends, so I have to coordinate being able to come in either before they're working or while they're working, be like, hey, can you leave me a shelf like in the oven so I can heat up some things? I'm plugging in a hot box on the corner and trying to move around people in the kitchen that are trying to get the food out to the, the public here. So that's been something that you just have to kind of work around at this point, how we're making it. But
to be able to expand the business, we do need to have a space that we can go into whenever we need it. And with the addition of like the food truck, which we plan on doing, we would need to have a kitchen that we can go in and out, and as we have access to, and
storage, really,
storage.
for that much.
Some things that I found interesting was that when I actually got to speak with people who have been trying to get a commercial kitchen, that they are that they would be super interested in doing this, because it would be like a huge contribution to the community, because there's so many people that want to start a food business, but it's a lot of overhead to start one, and there's a lot of barriers to, not just for it's also a lot of like financial risks too, and that's why I think that's very important that we're doing this, because it's also to help their business grow, but also like their financial stability, because we know that it's a lot, and so I think that's the most important thing.
To showcase our value, right, for the community. And that's another thing, it's like to be able to say, what is my worth here, and what is it that I can offer, the community? How can I do that with my family? And the collaboration with different artists is something that I do for my children, because maybe they don't want to cook, but then we know people who do film, and maybe they want to get into film. And we know people that can get into the modeling, that can get into some type of art. So, and that's mainly the reason why I love the collaboration. It's just to get to know people and know their interest, so that my family has something to do if they don't want to cook,
The project is mainly focused on local food entrepreneurs who are no. Redo that. What was the question?
Tell us a little bit more.
Condense my